GR12 probability. We are busy with arrangements or permutations and how many ways of doing it. Very important, while I'm speaking, notice all the time, and when you're reading a question, notice all the time. I'm not asking you for the probability of something happening or for the number of ways that this can happen, because that's crucial. The moment that I ask for probability, if the event, the probability of the event would be the number of times that you'll get that event, the specific event I'm talking about, where I have the word sociology, and I would like to know what's the probability that your arrangement, shuffling them all together in a row, will start and end with an O. So in other words, there are 1, 2, 3 of them, right? What's the probability that it'll sit in the first place and in the last place? That is, first of all, the NE. Once you've got that, you've got to divide it by, because that's what probability is. If you do not write this, will you lose marks? Now I'm only looking for what is NS. Now first of all, tell me, because that's a mark. What is the NS here? There are how many letters? 9. Okay, so you count there. There are 9. So it's 9 factorial, right? Why not? Because of the repetitions. If it was 9 completely different letters, that would have been my answer. How many ways can 9 kids stand in a row? 9 factorial. But if it's letters and they look exactly the same, then I've got to divide by the repetitions. The way I showed you originally is, then we say, how many S's? 1. How many O's? 3. How many C's? 1. How many I's? 1. We've done the O's. How many L's? 1. We've done the O's. How many G's? 1. How many I's? 1. It's just silly, but you can do it if you want to, write 1 faculty, 1 faculty, 1 faculty. But that is worth a mark. If you did nothing else, that's worth a mark. If there was no repetitions and it was just 9 faculty, that would be a lesser level question, nicer, easier. Now to get to the NE, that's where I've got to decide what my word must look like with these 9 letters. So I have 9 letters. There are 3 that's repeating itself, but there is a specification. So that's where the blocks help me. Do you have to show me the blocks? I'm not sure. Okay, make sure that there's 9 blocks. If you don't show me the blocks, but your answer is right, the blocks aren't worth a mark, but I can see whether you know what you're doing. It helps me to know how many options do I have for position number 1. Why not 3? Because they look identical. So whether I take this O or that O or that O, it has to be O. So actually you just have one choice. And then for the last one also, one choice. What's left? 7 letters, of which one of them will have to be a O as well. But they're all different now, and that's what makes my life a little bit easier. So I can actually write 7 factorial. Or let's keep it the way the blocks work. So there's 7 options, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 again, right? Can you see that the NE is then going to be equal to just 7 factorial? Now, if you just wrote 7 factorial, you can ask yourself, what happened here? If you see the blocks, you can understand where it came from. It is 1 times 7 factorial times 1 if you really want to write it, but the ones aren't necessary, and I've wasted too much space here, but okay. So that this answer then would be 7 factorial over. That would be mine. So this would probably be 2 marks because this was more complicated. But your answer, can I leave my answer this way?
No.
Yes, you can. You can. You can leave it in factorial form, showing me what must be divided by what. Unless the question said something like, leave it in fraction form, leave it in decimal form, then you've got to give me the answer. What is the simplified answer, please?
1.
And doesn't that make a little bit more logical sense to me? 1 out of 12 gives me how many chances do I have? Are you with me with that? I don't know what's going on there, but that would be fine. Remember, in probability, you can write the stuff as you wish. If you just wrote this as an answer, you've got full marks. Didn't show me what you're doing. I can see what you're doing. I don't like it personally. I would like you to explain what you're doing. But if you just wrote that, you're perfectly fine. Let's have a look at the next part of the question. What would be the probability? What is the probability that the three O's must stand together? What do you see? What do you think? Rubber band. The three O's must stand together. So is it still going to be same fact? Yep, it's probability. If the question said, in how many ways can I arrange it? Then it's just the N part. Don't answer me the probability if I'm asking for just N or the other way around. You with me? Make sure. Is it probability? You need this and this is worth marks. But again, just like with the first one, the NS, then was 9 factorial over 3 factorial. If you wanted to simplify that and get an answer as well, that's fine. What is it, please? What is 9 factorial over 3 factorial?
60,480.
Right? Can somebody concur?
Yes.
So that's the bottom part. That's what should stand here as well, in whichever way you like. I've got that idea. If you just give me this and it's wrong, then I don't know what you did, what was wrong. Maybe you did use the 9 factorial, but something else went wrong, so maybe there's a mark for the 9 factorial. Now I can't give it to you because you just gave me a wrong answer here. Show me more. It's just safer. For the top then, I need to find out how many times will I have this event. What event is this? The fact that I have 9 letters, but the 3 O's must be together. So where are the 3 O's? Anyway, but they are a rubber band. Do you see it? This is one thing. How many things are there?
7.
Do you see 7? 5, 6, 7. So it's got to be. Okay, but then it's just like the girls. No, it's not just like the girls. The girls were standing together and I said 2 factorial way because they can either stand this way or that way. Now the O's are in a rubber band. Does that mean times the 3 factorial? Why? Because they are identical. So that's why I will not say times with anything else there. It's just the 7. And so this answer must be again. Interesting? Same answer. What is 7 factorial? Let's write all of it the same way. Just 7 factorial, please.
5040.
Okay? And obviously the answer would have to be 1 out of 12. So the probability of me taking those 9 blocks, shuffling them, and 3 of them being together is a 1 out of 12. Or if you want to go to decimals or to percentages, you could even do that as well.